Joe Rogan finally gave us a little more insight into why Kamala Harris didn't go on his show. It's fascinating. Watch this.
They had, I don't know how many conversations with my folks.
Right.
But multiple conversations, giving different dates, different times, different this, different that. And we knew that she was going to be in Texas. So I said, open invitation. I think they had requirements on things that she didn't want to talk about. She didn't want to talk about marijuana legalization, which I thought was hilarious.
Why?
Like, that's so, because of her prosecuting record. And, you know, she put a lot of people in jail for weed.
Joe Rogan does like his weed. It's true. And this is one of the reasons why Democrats lost. Not in just Kamala Harris, but in the Senate and the House as well. They had hundreds of millions of dollars more than Donald Trump. Like $500 million more than Donald Trump did. But you know what Donald Trump had? He had advisors who told him to go on Joe Rogan. Because if you look, a lot of people have come out with this story already, so I won't talk about it a ton. But there was a lot of turmoil inside the Harris campaign on whether or not they should go to Joe Rogan. The people who told her not to should be fired immediately. And again, I don't really want them to be fired because I'm happy that she's losing. I'm happy Democrats aren't doing well. But just practically speaking, anyone who tells you not to go on Joe Rogan should be fired because it's free money. I just checked, by the way, today. And guess how many views that podcast got just on YouTube? I'm not talking about X, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, none of that. Just on YouTube, it got 50 million views. And JD Vance got 17 million views more. I did some more math. How much would I have charged, or any political commentator out there, or anyone who does a podcast or anything, how much would they have charged someone to run just a 60-second ad, let alone 3 hours, which is how long they were for JD Vance and Donald Trump? Just a 60-second ad. I did the math for how much you could charge someone for just that ad for 67 million views. It would cost more than $2 million. $2 million. So that's a massive mistake for Kamala Harris not to go on. If you're talking about a 3-hour podcast where a voter really gets to know who you are, it's priceless. I mean, it's much more than $2 million. I have no idea how you would even quantify that. But here's the deal. Joe Rogan didn't ask for any money. He doesn't want the money. He just wanted people to be able to see who these people were. JD Vance, Donald Trump, they took the opportunity because they're not afraid. Kamala Harris could not. And it shows her true colors because she's a big bag of nothingness. There was nothing. She was too afraid to even defend her position on marijuana with a pretty friendly face, by the way. Like Joe Rogan, as I said, he likes marijuana. It's like probably his top issue. But he isn't a journalist. He's just a guy who has questions. And if you look at his interviews with people, he tends to ask them questions. And if they give him kind of politician-y answers, he lets them off free. It's fine. Like he just wants to have a good conversation. If anything, he just wants you to like him, which is what most of us want. And for that reason, he's not a journalist. He just wants to have a conversation, but Kamala Harris could not even do that, which shows how weak of a candidate she was in the first place. And it turns out that that was the kind of person that she was actually afraid of, Joe Rogan. She was afraid of those normal people. And I don't think it necessarily made the biggest difference in the election. Do I think that if Donald Trump and JD Vance had refused to go on Joe Rogan that they would have lost the election? No, I don't think so. But it certainly helps. I mean, it's free. It's free money. It's free money for these campaigns. It's free exposure. And she didn't do it. And it's because she's terrified of normal conversations. But again, how do you not take for a free 67 million views? It's just one of the many reasons why Democrats keep losing. Well, guys, if you are a true conservative, there's something that you absolutely need. If you don't have it, I don't even know how you don't have it, and that is Daily Wire Plus. Daily Wire Plus has absolutely fantastic series. If you went and saw Am I Racist in theaters, it's on Daily Wire Plus now, so you can show your friends and family. If you didn't get to go see it, you should watch it on Daily Wire Plus, as well as they have new scenes never before shown. I think Matt Walsh talks about how he got into some of this crazy stuff. It's really fantastic. You should go check it out. If you use my link in the description below, you get that discount of 47% off with code TRUMP. And again, it supports my channel. So go do it. Show your friends and family Am I Racist, as well as all the other good stuff on Daily Wire Plus.